All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to the WTCF podcast. It's Charlie here, apparently hanging out in the land of Boo today. I wanted to take some time this week to go ahead and have a discussion, or at least a brief one, around this week's intention. And maybe this is something that can help you get through your week. Do not discourage anyone making progress, no matter how slow. This is one that's come up in the past, and eventually all things kind of cycle back to the beginning again. So why I thought this one was important was sometimes it can be really, really tough making progress. One of the things that I've kind of recognized this week in terms of just kind of staying consistent with it is I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. I've just been playing it because it's a very, very difficult game, and I test drove Dark Souls during COVID, and I was like, you know what? I had left my other job, and I had so many other like points left over with them. One of the things I got out of it was a copy of the game. It cost me like $0, so I took it, right? So perfect. So the idea within the game is that you're going to die a lot. You're going to struggle and fight your way through it. But the idea is that over time, you're going to continue to make some form of progress. Like you're going to be able to level up your character, learn some skill sets, figure out some other things. And I think it's a really important thing to recognize within our own lives. So it can be incredibly difficult to go through the day to day and realize there's not much changing. So someone can go ahead and spend a bunch of time working out, exercising, doing all the right things, and then they weigh themselves at the end of the week and they didn't lose any weight. So it's like, well, what was the point of all that? I did all that and it was for nothing. I think it's important to recognize these small bits of progress that we're making little by little as we continue to keep going. It's incredibly important to celebrate those victories. So I try to do that in my regular day-to-day job. So right now, again, I'm just at lunch. So I take my time at lunch to go ahead and do this. And yeah, I have big projects I need to go ahead and work on. I still have to later on today work with a personal training client. And also I still have a list of a minimum, see if I can get this to pop up all in real time. I still have another 711 leads to go through. Isn't that fun? Like I have so many leads to go through. So I have this big list of things to go ahead and work through, and I'm trying to take, these things a little piecemeal in chunks at a time. So within the book, Atomic Habits, there's this reference into making 1% progress a day. So for myself, I like to set myself above the standard itself. So in things like the leads, I'm trying to spend every night trying to get 2% of the list completed. So right now that's somewhere between 44 and 50 that I need to go ahead and get done in a day. That'll give me roughly, that actually give me 4%. There's a couple days I was overachieving. So basically sending out 24 of these things can go ahead and then be beneficial. And then learning the things around the rules of 7 when it comes to this one. People need to see your feed, your information, your sell point 7 times to go ahead and even consider you as like a vendor or somebody to buy from or anything. So making sure that I stay on top of those ones. So it's been really, really fun to make sure that I'm really taking the time each and every day to get a little bit better at it. And you're not going to see progress immediately. One workout isn't going to change it. So I'm going through this list, and there's a number of people who showed up for just one workout. Now, honestly, some of them showed up and just don't like us, and that's possible. I can't be mad at any of those people. They don't understand. They could have had a bad day, a number of different reasons. But going through one workout is not going to suddenly make you buff or jacked or fixed or any of that stuff. It's going to take a lot more, and you have to stay consistent with it. So the nice reminder to yourself is just to step by step, say like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and make progress no matter how small. Another good example is like anybody who's like morbidly obese who starts going to the gym. I was watching some other videos, and they're so quick to go ahead and like downtrodden on people who carry extra weight. And it's like, hey, they try to eat healthy. Oh, you're trying to fix yourself. Or they see them like, I don't know, having a rough day, so they're eating some garbage food just to go ahead and kind of make themselves feel a little bit better. It's like, oh, you're going to do wear clothes that are too baggy. Oh, you have to go ahead and hide like this. Or they wear something too tight or revealing. Like, oh, it doesn't matter. They're going to go ahead and talk shit regardless. But if you're working at it each and every day. So on that note, it reminds me of somebody when I was going to Gottlieb. And it was a very large man. And over the year I was kind of going there, every time I was there, he was there. And what was interesting about it is he had his walker off to the side, and he would get onto the treadmill or an elliptical, and you would just see him trying his damnedest for as long as he could go. And sometimes it wasn't that long. But every single time he did it, he made progress. And I still remember one day that I celebrated him as I walked by. I'm like, dude, you're here all the time. Hell yeah, keep going. And something simple as that can be life-changing for somebody else. To know that there is some support, even if it's from a complete stranger, saying like, hey, I know you're trying, keep going. And it really could help out a lot of people. That's mainly what I wanted to go ahead and address today. I want to start adding in an interesting question that I get through the week, so I always get questions. What electrolyte powder should I buy? I don't have any affiliate links to them. Element, fine. Drink your Gatorade, fine. There's a number of like homemade renditions of it. Very simply this. It's salt. I like pink Himalayan salt in your water, in your pre-workout, just a little bit, just enough to add a little bit to it. So again, that's an opportunity to add hydration to yourself, even though it's just a little bit of salt. If you want to go a step further, things like calcium magnesia powders can be nice, mixing your creatine, any of the other daily supplements that you want to put in there. Neos, any of those other water enhancers, throw those in there. Suddenly you have a fantastic option on that one. So a little bit of salt goes a very long way when creating those electrolytes. Or we just wait around for brown dough because it's got what plants crave. And on that note, good luck.